Hello everyone, I am Arpit Dhanasmathis from Cambridge Convent School, and today I am going to discuss a grammar topic, tense. In our last lecture we have already discussed on the present indefinite tense. So today we are going to discuss present continuous tense. So what is present continuous tense? This is the simple question. What is the present continuous tense? So basically present continuous tense is the tense who is showing progress of a verb. Okay, or the progressive verb is relating to the present continuous tense. Let's take some example like he is doing homework. He is doing homework. In this sentence, we can see he is the subject of the sentence, and what he is doing? He is doing his homework. Okay, what he is doing? He is doing homework. Like this, we have so much examples of present continuous tense. Like she is playing, he is dancing. Like this, there are so many examples related to the present continuous tense. So there are more examples relating to the present continuous tense. It's raining outside. She is coming next week. In all the examples, we can see the verb in the progress. We can see the verb in the progress. Doing, raining, and coming. All the verb is showing progress action. So all the verb relating to the progress action count in the present continuous tense. You are wearing mask nowadays. This is present continuous tense. Your father is watching news. This is present continuous tense. So all relating the progress action comes in a present continuous tense. Like this, in our general daily life, we are using so much present progressive tenses sentences. Like I am having coffee. She is playing. She is playing piano. They all are playing hockey. Like this, in our daily life, we will take horses are running the race. Do you notice that all the sentence relating to the progress action? Okay, all the sentence relating to the progressive tense. So the alternative name of present continuous tense is progressive tense, present progressive tense. Okay, the identification of sentence of present continuous tense is verb with the ing. Here we have doing verb, and do is the main verb plus we are adding ing after it. In the same manner, we have another verb which is reading, and in this verb we have first form of the verb is read plus ing. Like this, in the third sentence we have main verb come plus we adding ing after the verb. So identification of present continuous tense is all the verb relating to the present continuous tense and with ing. Okay, they are helping verbs who is helping to complete the sentence. Like in this sentence, we will read about the helping verbs. We have already discussed about the main verb. Now we will discuss on the helping verb. So in the first sentence, she is always teaching her children. Okay, so I have one helping verb in this sentence, which is. In the second sentence, he is always praising his friend. So here we have main verb is praising. In the first sentence, we have main verb is teaching. So both are the main verb. Now talk about the helping verb. So there are two helping verbs, is and is. So we know very well is is the helping verb of present continuous tense. So where we use is and where we use am and where we use are is depend on the subject. Okay, it's depend on the subject of the sentence. Okay, now talk about the helping verb of present continuous tense. So here we have some example. I am doing my homework. Here we have I am helping verb. He is playing cricket. Here we have is helping verb. In the last sentence we have are helping verb. Okay, the main verb is doing, playing and taking, and the helping verb is am, is and are. So we have three helping verb relating to the different subject. Okay, so what is the formation of the helping verb? The formation of helping verb is like this. Is used for singular subject. Is used for singular subject and used for I, only for pronoun I, and are used for plural subject. So what is the singular subject and what is the plural subject? Let's take a look. Singular subject is he, she, it and any single name. All are the singular subjects. So plural subject is except this pronoun, all are the plural subject, like we, you, they, plural, now, etc. So this is the detail of present continuous tenses helping verb. Is used for singular subject and used for only I, and are used for plural subject. Is used for singular subject and used for I, and are used for plural subject. Singular subject like he, she, it and any singular name or noun. Plural subject we, you, they and plural noun. So now, how to make a present continuous sentence? We have formula to make a sentence relating to the present continuous tense. To make a present continuous tense structure is subject at the beginning. Okay, after it helping verb is, am and are. After it you will use main verb in first form. Main verb in the first form and add ing after it. And then finish it with the object. So this is the basic structure of present continuous tense. To make a sentence of present continuous tense, you will use this formula to make a affirmative sentence. Okay, this formula or this structure relate to the affirmative sentence. Now come to the structure of a negative sentence in present continuous tense. We have already discussed on affirmative sentences. Now we are going to discuss negative sentences. So basically negative sentences example: she is not doing her homework. So this is a negative sentence. People are not wearing mask nowadays. This is negative sentence. So we have two negative sentences. She is not doing her homework and people are not wearing masks nowadays. Okay. Come to the present continuous tense. Identify the helping verb and the main verb first. Is. We have helping verb is, and here we have helping verb are, and we know very well that helping verb come relating to the subject. If my subject is singular, then my helping verb come is. If my subject is plural, then helping verb will become are. Okay, we discussed previous that are is the plural helping verb and is the singular helping verb. Okay, so she is not doing her homework. Here we have helping verb is, and after it we are using main verb doing and the verb with the ing. So it's the identification of first sentence like this. In the second sentence, people are not wearing masks. So the verb form is wear and we are adding the ing after the end of verb. And here we have two helping verb and two main verb. So this is the identification of negative sentence. Here the point is to be noted that not is coming in both of sentences. Not and not. Okay, in both sentences we are using not to make negative sentences. Okay, first of all we are identify the present tense. After it we are identify the form of the sentence. Is it negative or is it positive? So we are using not word here. So this is the negative sentence. She is not doing her homework and people are not wearing masks nowadays. I hope you understand it very well. So not, no and never kind of verb make sentence negative. No, never and not kind of verbs make the sentence negative. So here we have negative sentences and we are using not word. So important thing is the not word take its third place. Okay, count the word from the beginning. The first word is she, the second word is, and the third word is not. Like in this second example, the first word is people. This is our subject, and the second word is are. This is our helping verb, and the third word is not. Then the similarity between two sentences, the not is standing on its third position. Now the question is this, that how to make negative sentences. To make negative sentences we are using this kind of format, like subject at the beginning, after it we are using helping verb, and after use not on its plus ing, and after it we are ending the sentence with the object, and after it full stop. So this is the format to make a negative sentences in a present continuous tense. Let's make some sentences using the format. Like, we are not going to school nowadays. It's happened today that you are not going to school nowadays because of pandemic. So we are making sentence like this: we are not going to school nowadays. So here we have subject we. After it I am using helping verb are, because I have plural subject, okay, and I am using plural helping verb regarding the subject. So here are I am using are helping verb. Not will take its third place. Not going, go plus ing, or main verb plus ing. After it to school, it's my object. Nowadays additional information. So this is the format to make a negative sentence in present continuous tense. Like this we have an example. We have an example to make present continuous tense as negative sentence. Now come to the interrogative sentences. How to make an interrogative sentences? Firstly, look at the some example. What are they doing there? Okay. And the other is, are they doing something there? Both have a common thing, which is question mark. So it is identified that it is a question or it is a interrogative sentence. So here we have two types of interrogative sentences. Firstly, who start with WH word, and the another is who start with helping verb. Okay. Then look at the sentence first. What are they doing there? What are they doing there? Here we are using WH word at the beginning of the sentence. After it we are using are helping verb, and after it we are using or we are follow the format of structure of present continuous tense, like subject and main verb plus ing, and after it object. In the second sentence we have helping verb are, and we are starting the question with the helping verb. Are they doing something there? Are they doing something there? So here my answer will be, for the B question, my answer will be yes or no. Okay. But if someone asking me what are they doing there, then I can make a statement. I can make a statement to reply its answer. Okay, to reply his or her answer. If someone asks me what are they doing there, then I will say something more than yes or no. More than something yes or no. I can tell they are doing nothing there. They are doing their homework. They are doing their unique work. But in the case of B sentence, are they doing something there? Then my reply will be yes or no. I can say yes or I can say no. It is sufficient answer for B kind of question. Okay, here B kind of question is, are they doing something there? If someone asks me, are they doing something there, then I can reply no ma'am, yes ma'am. Okay, so it is called yes no questions and it is called statement question. Okay, so how to make A kind of sentences and how to make B kind of sentences. To make A kind of sentences, we will follow this kind of format. Firstly, we will start with Okay, sorry. We will use this kind of format like WH word at the beginning of the sentence. WH word, okay? It could be what, where, when. Anything will become here, okay? So WH word at the beginning of the sentences, I am just writing WH word. After it, I will use helping verb, okay? Helping verb. This is a kind of structure, WH word plus helping verb plus subject, okay? And after it, I will use my main verb with ing and then end it with object. And don't forget to use interrogative sign, the marks of interrogation or question mark. If you want to make B kind of sentences, you have to follow this kind of sentence. I am writing there B kind of sentences. Not to do too much work, just follow the A kind of sentence and start with here. Okay, I am starting just from here. Look at the board. Helping verb at the start. Okay. After it, subject. I am using subject here. After it, main verb with the ing. And after it, object. Okay. This is the additional something there. And don't forget to question mark. Question mark is very important for most sentences to make it a question sentences, because WH word is also a connector. Okay na? It's also connected to clauses. Conjunction. So this is the format to make interrogative sentences. Okay, this is the format to make interrogative sentences. I hope you are enjoying the class. So student, we have discussed simple sentences, we have discussed negative sentences, and we have discussed interrogative sentences. So we have discussed all